When the world stopped for Jungkook, a golden shadow at the airport. Hello K-pop update fans. What if I told you that one man, one voice, one smile, one soul, could shake an entire nation? That a cancelled concert in the Middle East, a quiet step in a Korean airport, could ripple across continents, across hearts, across generations? This isn't just a story about a singer. This is a story about the heartbeat of a generation. The light in the darkness. This is the story of Jungkook. And the day the world paused to watch him walk. Welcome to a story that will move your heart and restore your faith in love, loyalty, and the power of one golden magnet. It was a morning like any other. May 24th, 2025. The sun had just started to rise over Gimpo International Airport in Seoul. Businessmen checked their watches. Children clung to their parents. Planes departed. Life moved forward. Until time simply stopped. A ripple began at the farthest end of the terminal. A murmur. A wave. Then suddenly, a roar of emotion. Phones were raised. Tears were shed. And in the center of this tidal wave of feeling, he appeared. A simple black mask. A cap pulled low. A figure walking without guards, without glamour, without grand announcement. Yet his presence lit up the space like sunlight breaking through winter clouds. It was Jungkook, BTS's golden magnet. The youngest, but for many, the strongest. No music played, and yet everyone could hear his song. Not with their ears, but with their hearts. For months, Jungkook had been serving in the military, fulfilling his national duty. Out of the spotlight. Away from cameras. Silently, selflessly, respectfully. And yet, in his absence, his presence had only grown stronger. His name still trended globally. His song still broke records. His impact still changed nations. Yes, nations. Because just 2 days before that unexpected appearance, something incredible happened. The Qatar revelation. May 22nd, 2025. In an exclusive interview with the Korea Times, Qatar's head of tourism, Saad bin Ali El Khaji, shocked the world with one statement. I didn't want him to enlist. I wanted him to sing and make people happy. He was talking about Jungkook. The Qatar government had been planning a solo concert in Doha. A massive, full-scale event with international tickets, global live streams, cultural showcases, all centered around one man. Jungkook. But everything collapsed. Why? Because Jungkook chose duty over fame. Service over luxury. Honor over applause. The show was cancelled. The economic impact was significant. But more than the numbers, it was the heartbreak that echoed across oceans. A child in Qatar cried when her mother told her the concert was off. Why, Mama? He has to serve his country, sweetheart. That's when the world realized, this isn't just a singer. This is a symbol. A moral compass. A light in a chaotic world. When a star outshines borders. Jungkook is no longer a local star, he is a global force of nature. There was a time when Jungkook was known only within the boundaries of South Korea, hailed as the golden magnet of BTS, admired for his talents, and adored for his boyish charm. But those days are gone. He has transcended borders, genres, expectations. Today, Jungkook is not just an artist. He is a phenomenon. A force of nature. A cultural shift. His temporary absence from the global stage did not just leave a void in music or fandom circles. It triggered a ripple effect across industries, governments, and communities. His name had become more than a brand, it had become a symbol. Of hope. Of youth. Of resilience. When news broke of Jungkook's cancellation from a high-profile international event, the impact was felt far and wide. Tickets were refunded, yes. But something deeper broke. Diplomatic conversations halted. Tourism campaigns were paused. National entertainment strategies were reconsidered. Because the star they had built plans around, the star who had once united strangers across continents with just a few notes of his voice, was no longer coming. A respected journalist in Dubai captured the global sentiment best. In my 20 years of covering Middle Eastern culture, I've never seen this level of emotional response to a single artist's absence. Jungkook is in a league of his own. And fans around the world already knew it. That's why, when he finally appeared at Gimpo International Airport, everything stopped. The moment wasn't just about a celebrity sighting. It was about restoration, recognition, reunion. That airport moment. He didn't arrive with fanfare. There were no fireworks, no flashing lights. He walked slowly, calmly, silently. Yet somehow, the air around him shifted. You could feel it in your chest, the hush that fell like snow across the terminal. His aura wasn't loud, but it thundered with unspoken emotion. Even the most passionate fans dared not scream. Instead, they whispered, as if they were standing inside a cathedral, reverent before something holy. One fan posted later that night, "I felt like I was watching an angel pass by. I didn't want to break the silence. I just cried." Another wrote, "He didn't even look at me. But his presence felt like a hug. I've never felt more seen." In that one quiet walk, Jungkook didn't need to perform. He didn't need a mic, or a stage, or a spotlight. Because his walk was a performance. A song, composed without sound. A ballad of strength. Of resilience. Of unwavering love, returned tenfold. The letters that followed. Within days, fan communities across the globe ignited with emotion. Thousands began writing open letters. Some were published. Most were private. But all carried a similar heartbeat. From Seoul to Cairo. From Los Angeles to Jakarta. From Mumbai to Berlin. From the quiet corners of village towns to the buzzing skyscrapers of global capitals. Over 50 countries, and counting. Every letter echoed one central truth: gratitude. Gratitude for his humility. For his quiet courage. For staying human in a world that constantly tries to dehumanize stars. A letter from Argentina read, "Dear Jungkook, even while you're away serving, your light still reaches my heart. You are proof that absence doesn't mean disappearance. You are everywhere. In my playlist. In my dreams. In my hope." Another from Egypt said, "I don't know your language, but your silence speaks mine. You remind me that true strength doesn't shout. It simply shows up. Hope in the silence. In a time where fame is fast, and cancel culture is faster. Where scandals dominate, and loyalty wavers. Jungkook is different. He doesn't chase the spotlight. But when he steps into it, the world turns. He doesn't ask for love. But it finds him, in every corner of the globe. He doesn't explain himself. He doesn't need to. His integrity has already spoken. And now, whispers are growing louder. Could this surprise appearance mean more than just a military break? Could it hint at something waiting behind the curtain? The day before, Jimin had also been seen in public, smiling, glowing, like a puzzle piece slipping into place. The timing was too perfect. The energy, too electric. Is a reunion on the horizon? Is a secret project stirring beneath the silence? Big Hit has said nothing. But armies know how to read between the lines. They feel the pulse before the world hears the beat. And now, their hearts are sinking in hope. The world awaits. That golden figure walking through Gimpo wasn't just a man. He was a signal. A promise. A memory returning home. Even in uniform, even with his face partially hidden by a mask, his heart shone through. And what the world saw wasn't just a K-pop idol. They saw a son of a nation, a brother to millions, a global symbol of unity, healing, and humanity. When Jungkook returns fully, when the uniform comes off and the mic is back in his hand, it won't be just a comeback. It will be a revival. A moment where the world doesn't just cheer. It breathes again. Thank you, Jungkook. Thank you for walking with grace when it would have been easier to run. Thank you for serving with honor when so many begged you to stay. Thank you for being silent and still being heard. Thank you for reminding us that sometimes the quietest moments carry the loudest truths. You are more than a singer, more than an icon, more than a star. You are a movement. You are a memory. You are home. And we'll be here, waiting. With open hearts. With open arms. With ears ready to listen and souls ready to soar. For your next quiet step that changes everything.